Welcome back to the Trusted Pipeline Advisor podcast. Today, we're not just talking about steel welds or inline inspection tools. We're going deeper into the human side of pipeline operations. Because behind every valve, every startup, every incident avoided or averted, there's a team of people making it happen, or sometimes failing to. And when we fail to understand the human factors in upstream oil and gas pipeline operations, we open the door to the kinds of failures no one sees coming until they do. Let's start with a hard truth. Most major pipeline incidents aren't the result of technical failure. They're the outcome of organizational drift, breakdowns in communication, out-of-date procedures, and a lack of situational awareness. In fact, some of the most catastrophic incidents in recent history were deemed no one's fault. Why? Because they were the result of systemic failure, patterns of missed warning signs that accumulated until the system finally cracked. This is where the concept of human factors comes into play. And if you are in field operations, integrity management, corrosion control, or responsible for safety performance, this is where the real work begins. Let's break this down. In the traditional model, safety performance is measured using lagging indicators, incidents, leaks, third-party damage. These are important, but they only show us what's already gone wrong. What we need more of are leading indicators, measures of what's likely to go wrong. These are the indicators that allow supervisors and operations teams to act before the problem escalates. Let's talk examples. Do your field crews have clear, updated procedures? Can they find them quickly, in the field at the point of use? Is training hands-on, field-tested, and role-specific, or is it just box-ticking for compliance? What happens when a startup doesn't go to plan? Is there a standard response, or are people improvising under pressure? Do the operations, inspection, and corrosion teams actually talk to each other? Or are they working in silos, unaware of upstream or downstream impacts? These are the kinds of human factor metrics that predict future incidents. Not by blaming individuals, but by uncovering systemic blind spots that make teams vulnerable. Let's look at a case study. An upstream crude oil pipeline saw accelerated internal corrosion due to a poorly coordinated well startup. Sludge and debris were flushed straight into the line. No one was watching. No one anticipated the surge. The outcome? A failure that could have been prevented with better coordination and startup protocols. Not a failure of material, but a failure of shared awareness and timely communication. It's not just a safety failure, it's an operational and cultural failure. Now, what if we could visualize these human factor gaps in real time? What if we could use dashboards to track the effectiveness of procedures, the clarity of communications, and the performance of our frontline teams? This isn't science fiction. It's how the aviation industry operates today. Through safety management systems, or SMS, they capture observations, near misses, process breakdowns, and turn them into predictive safety intelligence. And here's the good news. The pipeline industry is starting to adopt the same playbook. We're now seeing more companies layering human factors data into their integrity risk models. The result? A better understanding of where corrosion is likely to accelerate due to operational behaviors, where procedures are routinely bypassed, misunderstood, or inaccessible, where communication gaps lead to conflicting or delayed actions, where field teams feel unsupported or underinformed during critical moments. This is how we move from chaos to control, from reacting to failures to preventing them with foresight and teamwork. Because here's the thing. Even the best pipeline design can't protect against a decision made in haste, a missed step during startup, or a team working with partial information. After a recent conversation with a senior pipeline integrity consultant with 43 years of experience, it seems that pipelines themselves haven't changed that much. What has changed is the operating complexity and the expectation that we manage integrity over the full life cycle of every asset. And that includes the people. If we're serious about preventing black swan events in upstream oil and gas operations, then we need to stop focusing only on metal loss and start paying more attention to mental loss, loss of awareness, loss of communication, loss of operational clarity. The future of pipeline integrity depends on it. That's why our mission at TPA isn't just about technical excellence. It's about helping field operations teams gain clear, actionable, risk-optimized guidance, backed by field-experienced insight and powered by data-driven tools like triage and human factors dashboards. Thanks for joining us on today's deep dive into human factors, corrosion risk, and field operations. Let's keep pushing forward, not just with technology, but with training, teamwork, transparency, and trust. Until next time, stay safe and stay ahead.